chance of this. Snow continuing to fall on Empower Field here at Mile High in Denver. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos. We're all set to go amidst the high-altitude snow here in Denver. And off we go from Denver. Ty Johnson now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by the reigning NFL MVPs. Finished top 5 in voting 4 of the last 5 seasons, Josh Allen.
He won the MVP award. We all knew he'd capture at some point of his career. And to me, Katie really did so because he further elevated everybody around him. That's what MVPs do. It's exactly what Josh did a season ago.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First tone of the game for James Cook. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got Khalil Shakir. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Bills have a first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Allen setting up to throw. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And they limit the damage after the catch, but the catch itself does get them to the opposing 43. That play good for 17 and a first down.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Bills.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he charges through the snow for a gain of 4. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They gain 11 on that play, and that's good for a Buffalo first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Going to the ground again on first. Solid running here. That's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Another one for Cook. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Cook runs it in. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills finish up an excellent opening series. It's a James Cook touchdown. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Matt Prater for the point after try. No problems with his footing in the snow. The XP is good. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Prater on to send it away. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. And dodged the tackle. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. And bringing them out. He was a rookie last season when he took the Broncos to the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. Now a sophomore. It's Bo Nix.
At his best, Bo Nix is a point guard facilitating an offense, getting that ball in and out of his hands as quickly as possible, but don't you dare sleep on his legs because he will hurt you with his athleticism too. And oh, by the way, did I mention a maturity well beyond his years?
They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And he's going to manage about 3 there before the defense gets to him. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. And it's incomplete, and that's him bringing up 4th down. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Here comes the Bills offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Play action now. Allen finds him over the middle. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Well, there's never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're all all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Give him 24 yards on that one. And the Bills have a first down.
And the Bills first down. 24-yard gain on the play. First down, Buffalo.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. It is so tough to build momentum running through the snow. They're on him before he can even get back to the line.
Taken down.
And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Brought in right side by Kincaid. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. 3rd and long for him here. Got his man. Shakir has it. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. The big play nets him 17 yards. Yeah, that's good for a Buffalo first.
That's good for a Bills first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He's got it in the red zone. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's another Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, well, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills pull out in front further, 13-zip. It's a James Cook touchdown.
Okay, 2 offensive possessions, 2 offensive touchdowns, but even sweeter than that is 2 rushing touchdowns. You are setting a tone and a mindset, and this defense, well, they better regroup.
Prater on for the PAT. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Bills drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Broncos nothing.
Now Prater on to send it away. Marvin Mims now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the Broncos headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Bronc. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. First play in the drive. Here's Harvey. Dancing past him. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
And the Broncos first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just 1 play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Sending him on the down. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Harvey gets it on the counter. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Bills bringing an extra DB out, 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He lofts it deep right side. Brought in inside the 20. And they are all the way into that red zone.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. And he's stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Here's the long back on the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Brings up 3rd down.
They will not get another playoff. We're at the end of 1. It's an early lead for the Bills. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. Let's see if the Broncos can capitalize in the red zone. Nick's trying to sneak it. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another Broncos 1st down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
They'll run here. It's Harvey. And they're going to score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos start to fight back with their 1st points of this game. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Snowy weather, no problem for him on that point after. And the Broncos chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Johnson now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now run by Cook. And He's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
And the Bills first down. It's a gain of 10.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
And Allen will hold on to this. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Bills have a first down.
Bills first down. A gain of 21 yards.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Oh, it's so tough to build momentum running through the snow. They're on him before he can even get back to the line.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Offense to the line, second down. Play action now with Allen. Got a man, it's Knox. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
The Broncos go with a dime look here on third down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Allen on third down. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that fourth down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The Broncos, the running back R.J. Harvey. They're ready for their next drive. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Throwing on first down, Nix. Connects on the crosser. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Okay, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
Slot man motioned over. On the handoff, here's Harvey. And he charges through the snow for a gain of 4. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
A give now from the gun. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up third and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing a run was coming, and boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Throw here, third down. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Khalil Shakir to return this one for the Bills. Wow, and he somehow finds the ball amid the blizzard here to make the fair catch. The Bills set to take over offensively. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Cook. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Bills.
From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10. Here's Cook. Continuing to move past the 45. And he's going to get up to speed through that snow to break off a gain of 5. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
This is Cook, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Greg Greenlaw getting there for the stop.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Now Allen going to the air. Completed to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6. And a Bills 1st down. It's a gain of 6.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
This is Cook on the handoff. And the snow hampering their ground game here as he slowed up just a yard on that run. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Pulled in by his back, Cook. And this is only going to be a small gain to the 42. Riley Moss with that tackle.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Allen on 3rd and short. Got a man. That's Kincaid. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. Man, it is so tough to build momentum running through the snow. They're on him before he can even get back to the line. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Drive's been moving nicely, but they went the wrong way on that last snap. It's 2nd and 13. And they send a man in motion. Now Allen off the play action. This finds Cooks complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
3rd and just 2 to go. They'll run it with Cook. And the run will not work. He is stuffed at the line. This is going to be 4th and short. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
So on fourth down, out comes the Bills' field goal unit and Matt Prater. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. Prater puts it through, and that'll push it to double digits in a two-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Now Prater on to send it away. Harvey now to return it. He brushed him off with ease. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Broncos offense all set to go. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. On the draw, he gives to Harvey. And he has 7 on that run as we're down to the 2-minute warning. And it's going to be 2nd and 3 when we return from our 2-minute warning. More from Mile High in just a moment. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they'll start some work to do now on 3rd down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. While that play was going on, we see that one of their teammates shaken up on the play. Not quite sure what happened, but they're out there to tend to it. Waste of time. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now a toss. This is Harvey. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Jeremy Crawshaw out once again, punted away. Shakir on the return. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Bills offense all set for their next drive. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. First down throw for Allen. Connecting on the slant. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. And up to Cook here out of the zone read. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st and 10, he keeps it on the option. And they aren't going to like this. They went to the zone read, and it winds up losing them 3 yards. Well, I don't expect that loss to keep them from utilizing the option at all moving forward, Brock, but I do expect it to keep them from leaning on it too heavily.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. It's too valuable a piece of their game plan. You want to make that defense defend it, but they did it a whole lot better that time.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And he takes this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 4 on the play. Buffalo calls it second time out of the half. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. To the air on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Mitch Wisnowski headed back out as they'll punt it away once more. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. And he locates the ball amid the flurries of snow to make the fair catch.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Nix from the gun. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And he'll get it up to the 44. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it.
Evan Ingram. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 44-yard line.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. He'll throw it. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where it almost never snows. These two teams dealing with a light dusting, and that's expected to go on into the second half. Who handles it better? Let's go back out to the stadium and check in with our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott, and welcome back to the rest of you as the snow continuing to fall here ahead of our second half. Now Prater on to send it away. Harvey now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Denver offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Run left side. Harvey. Oh, it is so tough to build momentum running through the snow. They're on him before he can even get back to the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. He finds Ingram, working downfield here. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. If you play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Shotgun snap to Nix. He's going deep. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos cut into the lead coming out of halftime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Extra point try now from Lutz. No problems with his footing in the snow. The XP is good. And the Broncos cut it to a field goal game.
14.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. On the return, here's Ray Davis. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. That lead already smaller than it was at the break, Brock, and they're going to face a little pressure now on this opening series. First call here coming from the shotgun. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's going to get up to speed through that snow to break off a gain of 5. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting to run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. As for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Another one for Cook. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, it did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
6 defensive backs out there. Broncos going dime here on third down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge, partner. He was only able to get back to the line there. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Finds Kincaid. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Here's a give to Cook. And tough to run it just how he wants to amidst these elements. Defense on and behind that line of scrimmage.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Allen to throw. That's not a quick hitter. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
To Brandon Cooks. It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Blitz coming here. Allen completes beyond the marker. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Bronco, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
First down now, ball at the 33. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge, partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. He's got it on the bootleg. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that brings up 4th and long.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
With a field goal, a 50-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll double their lead to 6.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Now Prater on to send it away. Harvey now to return it. This makes it up to the 25. The Broncos are ready to go, and we'll get a look at receiver Marvin Mims. In that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Throwing here, Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Finds him over the middle. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Broncos first down.
I know the combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in mind, double digits, and they nearly got it there.
Harvey gets it on the counter. Get behind the line, and the ball is loose. But the Broncos will get it back. Whew, heads-up play to recover that one. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
And I'll set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Design run. Here's Nix. Crosses the 35. Room for more. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Shotgun hands off to Harvey. And tough to run it just how he wants to amidst these elements. Defense on and behind that line of scrimmage.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
I know we see these kickers make kicks from this distance all the time, but it never ceases to be impressive. Everything's on the dot, and it's a big 3 points.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Johnson with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw now, Allen. That's brought in. It's his back, Ray Davis. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Davis gets it from the gun. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Going to the ground again on first. He tried so hard to get it outside, but just couldn't turn those feet quick enough in this snow. He's dropped behind the line. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
They send a receiver in motion right. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Bills ball. We'll see if they can hang on to this lead till the end. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Motioning the tight end now. Allen on 3rd down. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
The Bills with a punt team out there. It'll be Mitch Wisnowski doing the honors. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Denver set to take the field on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Play action with Nix. This is Ingram working the left side. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Nix trying to sneak it. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
That's all you could really expect from a sneak, Kate. 1, maybe a couple yards. So in that way, their job was executed. But the play call? Well, that leaves me, and I think many, scratching our heads.
On now comes their punter. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see a crow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Allen. Man, he's not going to get anything out of this. The defense all over it, and they're going to take him out for a loss of 2.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Oh, he loses the football. And the Broncos corral it. And they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
The Broncos running their offense out once again. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one.
The previous play is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy is screaming something hit the ground, while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Throw here, 3rd down. Put the body on the line for his team. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Bills have a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
So in Reed, they'll give it to Davis. And he charges ahead, but Snow and defenders stop him. Look like he picked up a couple. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Man in motion here. They'll toss it to Johnson. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
It is phenomenally tough to block this guy in a passing situation. Well, equally as tough to block him out there on the edge. He chased that toss down, and I don't envy these guys trying to block that monster today.
Broncos going nickel here. 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Catch made by Cooks. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Buffalo 1st.
1st down. It's a gain of 17.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st down from the 42. Davis off the pistol handoff. Escapes the defender. He gets him inside the 40. That's a gain of about 9 yards on the play.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that 1st down marker.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. And this is a designed run for Allen. Gets it to the 15. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
At the 6-yard line.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And it's step one towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions, from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
And it's incomplete on third and goal. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. So now they're left with fourth and goal.
Plays like that are called twofers. It's why coaches live 2 years for one. All the planning, great play call, careful execution led to that, and it was still dropped to the turf. Touchdown, lost.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Now Prager on to send it away. On the return, here's Mims. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So here comes the Bronco offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Harvey. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge, partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
2nd down, give to Harvey. Well, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You never, ever was an offense like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
So out now comes the punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Jukes away from one. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he's going to get up to speed through that snow to break off a gain of 5. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Back now, pressure coming. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. First down now, ball at the 33. Throwing here, Allen. That finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Bills.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. From the red zone on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a short gain. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Again, Allen to the air. Dropping this underneath, Johnson. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Counter give here to Davis. There's some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Davis up the middle. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively. And they've made it 4th and goal.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Matt Prater on now as we see how he handles this moment. A very short kick here from the right hash. Prater puts it through. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a 2-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
Now Prater on to send it away. Harvey now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Denver ready for another offensive possession. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. It's into the hands of Franklin. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
There's the fake. Here's Nix. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them.
1st down.
Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. One final shot here. Trying to push deep downfield. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And they were playing against the elements as much as they were their opponents and overcame both of them to secure the win here in the snow. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Bills, as we'll see you next time from Denver. We're all set to go amidst the high-altitude snow here in Denver. And off we go from Denver. Ty Johnson now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by one of the faces of this sport, Brock, a one-of-one quarterback who graduated from humble beginnings at Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
Look up game changer in today's NFL, and you see Josh Allen right at the top of the list. Really, one of the only guys in the league who can make the play with his arm or with his legs in just about any situation. The guy is a game changer.
Now a design run. It's Allen. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Shakir in motion right. Allen setting up to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Here's Allen. This is brought in by Coleman. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Give him 32 on that play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
It's a designated keeper for Allen. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Brought down by the corner pick 20th out of the University of Texas, John Day Barron. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Now Allen. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is
to win it. To the air on 3rd and long. Got his man. Shakir has it. And he gets this down at the 13-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Couldn't get the screen set up properly. Brock, pass incomplete, and they're going to hope for better results now on 2nd down.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw again. Throw is caught. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8. 3rd down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
This is going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on 3rd down. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Bills finish up an excellent opening series. It's a James Cook touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Prater on to send it away. Marvin Mims now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Those Denver Broncos have been looking for their next quarterback after Elway and Manning. And it was a dark period until Bo Nix stepped into the fold. He led all rookies in passing yards, touchdowns. That was 29, by the way. And he finished 3rd for Rookie of the Year. The Broncos, they found their quarterback.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Connects on the crosser. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
On 1st down, they'll run. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
At the 43-yard line.
First and 10 from the 43. Nix from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Out of the gun, it's Nix. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
On third down, here's Nix. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing fourth down. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Yeah, this group likes to be aggressive. An early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
57-yard attempt.
It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And the deficit stays at 7.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Here's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. That's complete to Coleman on the slant. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll air it out on 3rd. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
They're bringing out Mitch Wisnowski to punt it away on 4th. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. The Denver offense taking the field for their 2nd drive. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Bronx. So some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And snow hampering their ground game here as he slowed up just a yard on that run. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Nix looking to throw. Hits him on the end route. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New set of downs for him from the 31. First and 10. It's Harvey. Has some daylight through the 40. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. They get 19 on that pickup. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
That's another Broncos first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
On first and 10, here's Nix. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And he can't get the touchdown, Bronc, but plenty of yardage. He goes out down near the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Cut near the goal line. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos tie this game 7-7.
So
we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Johnson now on the return. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. The Bills set to take over offensively. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Cook trying this one up the gut. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge, partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Allen on the play action. This finds Brooks complete. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Here's first and 10 from the 47. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now it's 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Play action now, Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I love that. And I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To throw again, it's Allen. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's good for a Bills first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Trying it left side with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills break the tie here in the first. It's a James Cook touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they could take it to the house.
Prater on for the PAT. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Bills take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
Broncos 7.
Now Prater on to send it away. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Broncos offense all set to go. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. Giving this to Harvey. And he's going to manage about 3 there before the defense gets to him. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, here's Nix. And he'll set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. There he goes on the right side. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos trim the lead to 1. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was going to be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird in the three-point shooting contest of the 80s?
Well, maybe like a Tyrese Maxey, but whatever.
The kids aren't alive, I get it. Yeah, they weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did, and he anticipated just like the quarterback.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Johnson with a return here. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bills offense all set for their next drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Pressure coming. It's Allen. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Straight ahead. Get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. But it looked like a member of the Bills was able to get to that one, so possession remains with them. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Got a man, that's Kincaid. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he charges through the snow for a gain of 4. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Another one for Cook. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Buffalo 1st.
1st down.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Because that QB and tight end, they got that ball out in a hurry.
And Allen will hold on to this. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's another Bills 1st down. A gain of 13 yards.
Had to be a missed assignment somewhere on that play, and the QB capitalizes with an excellent gain. There's got to be an adjustment made, so even when the QB keeps it himself on the read option, that gain is minimized.
He dodged the tackle. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
14 more yards. That's another Bills 1st down. 1st and goal.
You know what I call that play, Kate? I call that a confidence injector. It just injects belief in that O-line, that running back, and most importantly, that play caller knowing he can call a run and he can get a 1st down too.
Davis can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line too.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. Handoff headed right. It's Cook. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. These guys better change up what they're doing on the ground here, Brock, because this defense has seen right through it these last couple of plays.
Yeah, we bang the drum all the time for staying on schedule. This is the epitome of being off schedule.
3rd and goal for Allen. And he has the Buffalo touchdown. The Bills take a 2nd quarter lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Prater on for the PAT. Snowy weather, no problem for him on that point after. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7.
Broncos 14.
Now Prater on to send it away. Harvey now to return it. Escapes the defender. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Broncos are ready to go, and we'll get a look at receiver Marvin Mims. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense is having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Broke him out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10, still from the 30. Shotgun snap to Nix. He finds Ingram working downfield here. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. That one hits for 30. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Will finds his back, Harvey. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. And this is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Nix from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
The kick by Lutz is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here's Ray Davis. This makes it up to the 25. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Play action now with Allen. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That was a whole lot of hoofing it all the way across the field before the two tight end and QB could find a window in that zone to get him the ball. He had to earn that catch in every single yard that came with it.
First down throw for Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Catch made by Cooks. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. To the air again. Allen. It's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered feet on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, Allen to the air. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. And motion him out of the backfield left. Allen on 3rd down. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Hicks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. Does force a 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. And really one of the areas, when you watch college game to the NFL game, that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Nix looking to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You know, he might complete 99 out of 100 of those short, simple routes to the tight ends. Even the shortest and simplest of throws, well, it's due to end up in a drop at some point.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. They'll air it out on third. This is going to fall down the whole way to the turf. Incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
On 4th down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. And this will come from just inside his end zone. Signaling fair catch, and he takes it in at the 37. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Short pass brought in. Moving into enemy territory. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
23 yards. And the Bills first down.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. They'll run it with Cook. And he will not get the first, but ooh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down. So Buffalo's going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Third and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Got his man. Shakir has it. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Bills.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. Now with 2 seconds left, we get the expected timeout from this offense. They're in great shape to get 3 here entering the half. The Bills sending out Matt Prater now. This is a chip shot from the left hash.
18-yard attempt.
Prater puts it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7. So we have a 1-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where it almost never snows. These 2 teams dealing with a light dusting, and that's expected to go on into the second half. Who handles it better? Let's go back out to the stadium and check in with our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott, and welcome back to the rest of you as the snow continuing to fall here ahead of our second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Broncos with their offense headed out for our first possession of the half. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. On the draw, they give to Harvey. And the snow hampering their ground game here as he slowed up just a yard on that run. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Give now to the running back. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. A gain of 15 there. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he charges ahead, but snow and defenders stop him. Looked like he picked up a couple. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, that's really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. To throw, here's Nix. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
It's Nix out of the pistol. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Nice to pay off any drive with some points and able to trim the lead slightly there the first time out in the second half. And even if they can't get into pole position, they just want to keep this thing close.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Johnson now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Drops it off to Cook. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 3 now. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Throw here, 3rd down. Catch made right side by Coleman. And this is going to be short. Quick stop by the defense to bring up 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line. You feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. Denver set to take the field on offense. And last drive left them in a little bit of limbo, Brock. They were happy to leave with points, obviously, but not happy that they had to settle for a field goal instead of a touchdown.
Coaches love to say, on offense, let every drive end in a kick. The bronze medal's a punt, silver medal's a field goal, and now they're going to be striving for that PAT, the gold medal.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
We've set it downs from the 37. Going to the ground again on first. And tough to run it just how he wants to amidst these elements. Defense on and behind that line of scrimmage. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Nix. Caught by his back. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. He's got Sutton complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. This finds Franklin. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Nix off the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Finds him over the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
18 more yards. That's good for a Broncos first down.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
From the red zone now. Catch is made in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments, some flashes of greatness like that you see Dick Butkus, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing a run. This guy in particular, like the greats used to do.
He will score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 3rd quarter lead. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback, one that can extend a play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
Extra point try now from Lutz. No problems with his footing in the snow. The XP is good. And the Broncos push their lead to 3.
Bills 24.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Johnson with a return here. Looks away from one. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. And off to Cook here, out of the zone read. Up to the races, middle of the field. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take the lead on the first play of the drive. It's a James Cook touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Okay, we hear week after week how hard it is to run the football at the NFL level, and it is. But this guy today, he's making it look easy, and they rarely do that from the running back position.
Prater on for the PAT. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Bills take a 4-point lead.
31. Broncos 27.
Now Prater on to send it away. starting from the 5. He dodged the tackle. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Broncos running their offense out once again. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Handoff now out of the gun. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
And the Broncos, first down. First and 10.
If you really study the great teams when it comes to running that play, that draw concept, watch the offensive line's pad level. Those defenders, those linebackers, they're looking for cues and tells. That offensive line gives it away, that play gets hit in the mouth. Instead, it's going to save it just perfectly, and the yards follow.
And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
13 yards.
It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
Now we're on the counter. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge, partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
This defense may have been headed the wrong way initially on that counter run, but they never lost contain. As that play shifted back, they flowed with it and caught him before he could break it up the sideline.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On first down, they'll run. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line.
19 more yards. That's good for a Broncos first down.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the fourth. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. That's a solid blocking there. Springs him for 8. It's going to be 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Back to the well again. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here 1st and goal. Here's McLaughlin. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Broncos take a 4th quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Missed to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. Snowy weather, no problem for them on that point after. And the Broncos push their lead to 3.
34. Bills 31.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Davis. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. And those are the looks they have hoped would open up by this point in the game, Brock, but still got some guys sitting on those throws, and they nearly made a splash play.
You know as a quarterback when you throw in the middle of the field, there's just simply more defenders in harm's way, and you've got to see that window open. He got away with one there.
2nd down. Here's Allen again. Finds the in route complete. They stop him at the 39. No first yet, but they've got 3rd and very short coming up.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
And this defense is going to win this ramp. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
It's decision time for the offense after that one. If they're stopping you short on a 3rd down sneak, you better be very careful going for it again.
Punt team on the field. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. He can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Broncos back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. He puts some air under it deep down the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
2nd down. Here's Nix again. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And this play's going to come to an end at the 27. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
All set now. 1st and 10. Nix, quick out wide, complete. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They'll throw again. Nix hits his running back. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it or, in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. To throw again. He has the first over the middle, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8, and the Broncos 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Knicks now on 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Now again, running right. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Now here he goes on the boot. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Knicks. Connects on the crosser. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the UT. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent. When you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
So many of the D tackles in the league today, Kate, at some point in their background were edge rushers before they maybe outgrew that position. But they've got an explosiveness, a get-off, and it leads to stops like that.
Throwing from the gun here. He's got it at the 5. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Right up the gut. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Pretty easy for me to play armchair quarterback up here and say I just don't like that call on 1st and 5, especially when you get nothing from it. Man, that one stinks.
Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5. From the gun, a carry by McLaughlin. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Back to throw it. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Here comes Will Lutz, a lot riding on this field goal try. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
As much as that can help them breathe just a little easier on the scoreboard, it doesn't take away now any of the tension this defense is feeling. They're going to need to step up, come through with a stop right here.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Johnson now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. And tough to run it just how he wants to amidst these elements. Defense on and behind that line of scrimmage.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Throwing the out route complete. And he has them a 1st down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
A gain of 18 on the
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge, partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Here he is to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And this one does not go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Down by 6, no choice but to go for this. Desperation time here. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Oh, flag is down here. This might be a free play. Has it downfield working the left. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their 1st time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. New set of downs for them from the 31. They're going to pass it here. Completed over the middle. And this one is over. He's got the Broncos the 1st down, and that should just about button up this victory. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Nick's getting to stretch his legs a little bit here. Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. So it's a win for the Broncos. And given the weather, I'm not sure we expected to see quite as much offense as we did, Brock. Credit both offenses for having a plan to deal with the snow, and of course to these guys for playing through that cold and leaving here with a victory. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver. We're all set to go amidst the high-altitude snow here in Denver. And off we go from Denver. Marvin Mims now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
At his best, Bo Nix is a point guard facilitating an offense, getting that ball in and out of his hands as quickly as possible, but don't you dare sleep on his legs, because he will hurt you with his athleticism too. And oh, by the way, did I mention a maturity well beyond his years?
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge, partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
2nd down, give to Harvey. Escapes the defender. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
That's good for a Broncos first down.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and saying these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers, but they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in the run game.
The throw finds Evan Ingram. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. And the snow hampering their ground game here as he slowed up just a yard on that run. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. There's the fake. Here's Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the man he was after. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was, how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
All right, here comes Jeremy Crawshaw for the punt. It's 4th down. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. So now the Bills will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They're led out by one of the faces of this sport, Bronc, a one-of-one quarterback who graduated from humble beginnings at Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
He won the MVP award. We all knew he'd capture at some point of his career. And to me, Katie really did so because he further elevated everybody around him. That's what MVPs do. It's exactly what Josh did a season ago.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Allen comes out throwing. Here's a screen for Cook. Shoots away from one. By man, he's in the clear. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
With that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
On 1st down, Allen has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
1st and 10. Here's Allen. Ducks it off to his running back. He dodged the tackle, and he's brought down after a short gain.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Allen gonna throw again. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. Short side option here. He's running left. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Alex Singleton makes the tackle.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Downfield, and Shakir has it. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now. Well, when your opponent fails to act, Brock, you want to capitalize, right? And they are moving like a team ready to provide us with our first point to this game.
Yeah, pretty lackluster start there, Kate, from their opponents. You got a golden opportunity to immediately take control as they convert to stay on the field.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Here's another 4. And he's going to be stopped short. They bring him down as he gets to the 3. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Just need 3 now to find the end zone on this first possession. It's 3rd and goal. Pressure coming. It's Allen. Pulled in by his back. Cook. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills have a great first drive and get the game's first points. It's a James Cook touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it, Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Broncos nothing.
Now Prater on to send it away.
Set to kick off.
Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. Things going well so far. All right, so they're going to take over at the 39. Nice effort there. So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Toss play, short side. And he charges ahead, but Snow and defenders stop him. Looked like he picked up a couple. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Nix from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Nix. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton. And 4th and 4 coming up.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going, and that incompletion won't help.
So Jeremy Crawshaw out once again, punting away. Khalil Shakir to return this one for the Bills. Brings it in at the 12. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. The Buffalo offense out there for their second drive of the contest. They already hold an early advantage here on the road, so looking for another touchdown to take full control of this game. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And tough to run it just how he wants to amidst these elements. Defense on and behind that line of scrimmage. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Looking from the gun, it's Allen. Connection made to Coleman. And this one doesn't go far.
To 0, Keon Coleman. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. This is brought in by Coleman. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Well, right side, and Shakir has it. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. Last season's Defensive Player of the Year, Pat Surtain, hauling him to the ground.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. To throw again, it's Allen. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythm. It's truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Got slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record by 25 straight completions to begin a game. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Handoff headed right. It's Cook. Man, it is so tough to build momentum running through the snow. They're on him before he can even get back to the line.
On these first and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
They break the huddle. It's second down now. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Bills have a first down.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, games that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. 7-0 is our score. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this third down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? If we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
So on 4th down, out comes the Bills' field goal unit, and Matt Prater from the left hash. This would be 43 yards. Prater puts it through, and that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Now Prater on to send it away. Harvey now to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here comes the Bronco offense. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Bronc. It's 10-0 partway through here. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. First play in the drive. Here's Harvey. And he's going to manage about 3 there before the defense gets to him. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Staying on the ground here with Harvey. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Left side half caught by Sutton. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
1st and 10. It's Harvey. And it is so tough to build momentum running through the snow. They're on him before he can even get back to the line. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you could do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
And he'll set up the screen here. It's Harvey. Escapes the defender. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. 3rd and long for him here. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. So the heave knocked away from the intended target. That brings up 4th down.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get 3rd down conversions, you get no rhythm.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Shakir on the return. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Allen on the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. They've got a man in motion. Allen setting up to throw. Left side into the hands of Shakir. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Throw here, 3rd down. Here's a screen for Cook. Play not developing as they'd hoped, so that's a loss of yardage. Brock, 4th down coming up.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
The Bills with a punt team out there. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. Wow, and he somehow finds the ball amid the blizzard here to make the fair catch. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And it's not good, Bronk, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Next kick out wide, complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
To number 1, Evan Ingram. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. It's Nix out of the pistol. Continuing to move past the 45. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
He did such a good job, and not just hitting him in a window on that slant, in the right window, but hitting him right in time, right in a spot where he had room to run and add on to that catch.
Now a toss. This is Harvey. And he gets around 6 there. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for Broncos first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Quick slant, caught by Sutton. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
14, Sutton. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 7-yard line.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Nix holds on to it. And he will not score, but that does set him off, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
We didn't try fighting for more and risking a fumble in that situation. Just make sure you get what you need and then go protect yourself. That's exactly what the QB did.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Fullback trying to power it across. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
No gain on the play.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. Harvey. And he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos start to fight back for their first points in this game.
Touchdown, Broncos.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. No problems with his footing in the snow. The XP is good. And the Broncos cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On the return, here's Ray Davis. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bills set to take over offensively. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 1st down throw for Allen. Connects on the crosser. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
That's good for a Bills 1st down.
We hear about basketball on grass so much more of the space and speed coming to the NFL game. That play's so indicative of it. Get that point guard in the open field and let him do his thing.
Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Buffalo 1st.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you can depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Here's Cook. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
So it'll be 2nd and 2 when we get back from our 2-minute warning. More from Mile High in just a moment. Offense is sent. This is 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Jukes a man, he's running free. He's out of bounds, right around the 10. That's enough to make this 1st and goal.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
On 1st down, Allen. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it sets up 2nd down.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Back to the air, Allen. And look at the footwork there, touchdown! The Bills grow their lead just before halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Prater on for the PAT. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Bills make it a 10-point ball game.
Broncos 7.
Now Prater on to send it away. Harvey now to return it. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Broncos are running back R.J. Harvey. They're ready for their next drive. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a one-score game here. New set of downs for him from the 31. Nix with it on 1st. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Nix from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
He finds Ingram working downfield here. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know I love the language of football. Just the terminology that comes with it. It's a whole new language out there. But in many playbooks, Kate, that's called cross-country. Speaks for itself. You got to run from one spot all the way across the field. Those two did it very well.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
10 more yards. Complete to Troy Franklin. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 20-yard line.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on his second and inches. Once more, it's Nix. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now they have third and short.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where it almost never snows. These two teams dealing with a light dusting, and that's expected to go on into the second half. Who handles it better? Let's go back out to the stadium and check in with our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott, and welcome back to the rest of you as the snow continuing to fall here ahead of our second half. Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
To kick off for the Broncos.
Ty Johnson now to return. Jukes away from one. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. Now here's the Bills offense. They've got it first to begin the third. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up first and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Short pass brought in. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Another one caught by Coleman. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Now run by Cook. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge partner. He is only able to get back to the line there.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Brought in right side by Kincaid. Wow, and he's about as close to the first as you can get, partner. Down to the 31, but didn't get it. It's third down.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them, along with everybody else.
On the sneak, it's Allen. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now Allen. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. We'll have a little, not a lot. Ball to about the 25. Brought down by the first-time All-Pro Nick Bonito.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Yeah, not from the pistol to Cook. Allen continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Allen looking to throw. This is brought in by Coleman. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Setting up the running back screen. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
They'll send a receiver left. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
2 yards standing between this unit and 6. Here's 3rd and goal. Again, Allen to the air. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills grow the lead coming out of halftime. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Prater on for the PAT. Snowy weather, no problem for him on that point after. And the Bills double their lead to 14.
Broncos 10.
Now Prater on to send it away.
Set to kick off.
On the return, here's Mims. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Broncos offense all set to go. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26. Shotgun snap to Nix. Finds him over the middle. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Brings up third down.
Nix trying to sneak it. And they're going to down by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2. And the Broncos first down.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
That's good.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
And he's going to manage about 3 there before the defense gets to him. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They take the handoff. Now Nix. Going the out route complete. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's going to be first down Denver.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And Nick slides in safely, doing so after he picked up that first down.
Well, there's going to be a missed assignment on somebody's grade sheet tomorrow. That read option game with the quarterback, there is always a defender that's responsible for the QB. That time, QB takes advantage.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He calls his own number again. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Broncos start the second half with some needed points. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. And this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it too.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
24, Broncos 17.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Johnson with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Blitz coming here. Allen Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 6.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Another one for Cook. And the snow hampering their ground game here as he slowed up just a yard on that run. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Allen on the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep to the left. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
So out now comes the punter. It'll be Mitch Wisnowski doing the honors. And he locates the ball amid the flurries of snow to make the fair catch. Denver set to take the field on offense.
16-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Harvey headed right. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Nix from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronco. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And they set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And the hit is made, so they bent to the competition, but they didn't break Bronco as they force this 4th down. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Their punter making his way out now. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. And he's calling for a fair catch, which is made at the 33-yard line. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Bronk, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Allen now on first down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Shotgun handoff, now to Cook. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Air it out on 3rd. This one's quickly to Shakir. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Bills have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now it's Cook. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and that's good for a Buffalo first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
1st and 10. Here's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. He has room past the 25. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
To the end zone, but incomplete. Took their shot there on first down, Brock, but don't come away with any points just yet. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Gets made right side by Coleman. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down. Now they send their back in motion right. Allen on 3rd down. There he is again, Brock. It's Coleman. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Prater adds the PAT. And the Bills double their lead to 14.
31. Broncos 17.
Now Prater on to send it away. On the return, here's Mims. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Broncos running their offense out once again. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Nix. Fits it through the middle. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43.